Something I find strange these days is there is a larger portion of people who will provide a link to a video rather than a link to, say, an article or an actual, academic paper on a particular topic. And this is something I sometimes find a bit problematic, because I can read an article sometimes in sort of 5 minutes, longer papers obviously a bit more, but someone discussing a 5-minute paper can take half hour, 2 hours. And this is obviously a little bit difficult, especially if you're someone who generally is busy working, busy with family, busy with lots of different things, and you don't have time to sit there and watch an hour, 2 hour long video for the sake of something that you could read in 5 minutes. Conversely though, there are times when a video is far more beneficial. For one, you feel like you're actually talking or listening to the person. Some things are just easier to explain when you can show people as well. One of the big benefits of video is if I'm trying to explain what I mean, I'm talking about symbols, I can say, look, this means this, and move things around and give you a proper visual example. But if I'm discussing someone else's paper, how are you to know if I'm misrepresenting it or not? If it's not on the screen, if I haven't given you a link, how do you know that what I'm saying about this paper is actually accurate? And people take the voice, the testimony of people who are recording videos as some sort of truth above all. It's the verification, the only verification they need. And for a lot of things, maybe it can be, but I don't think it should be for everything, especially not something that you consider quite important. Just because someone might back up what you want to be true doesn't mean that that's the be all and end all. Thing is, if you give links out in the description of the video, people tend not to even check the description, let alone click the links, and so you're stuck with that sort of, they haven't verified this, what can I do? But what's more, you do get some really odd people who think that they can get the entirety of an article or video just from the title. And so you're trying to discuss things and you're trying to back up a claim on somewhere like Twitter or anywhere, and they refuse to click it. And if they can't get the entire content from the article, then that's not their fault. I mean, think about it. Do you read a book and you know the entire content just because of the title? Or just the blurb even? No. It doesn't tell you everything that's going to happen. It doesn't tell you all the points. If you're going to be discussing topics, you should try and be as informed as possible about them, no? And if all you're doing is asserting positions, then what's really the point? If you can't back up anything that you say, why? Why are you even having these conversations? What are you doing? What's your end goal? To bring myself back onto point though, my preference is an article in general. Unless it's a short video, I generally don't have the time to actually be watching them, Unless my time for watching videos or reading articles is either walking to and from the shops or going to the toilet. So I prefer articles for that, though I do see a massive benefit to video as well. What about you though? Do you prefer one over the other? Do you regard them as pretty even things?